Hello, Malachi Brick here, and today I'll be doing a review of LEGO Set 75314, the Bad Batch Attack Shuttle. This set is intended for ages 9 and plus, includes 969 pieces, 6 minifigures, and retails for $9.99 USD. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at the box here, and then I'll go ahead and get into everything else. So, very simple here with the box. We do have the figures on the bottom, LEGO logo on the top, and then Star Wars logo following that. It does show a nice picture of the set in that sand blue, as well as the 2 speeders that are also included here. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at the back of the box and then get inside. Alright, looking at the back here, very basic, very simple here. We do have all the figures with their helmets off and then alternative hair pieces if they were to happen to have one as well. Really cool, and it does show you some of the play features included. I'll go ahead and get into those once the set is all built. But until then, let's go ahead and get this open up and see what's inside. One moment. Here we go. Some strong tape, or my knife is very dull. Very dull knife today, apparently. There we go. Let's go ahead and take a quick look inside of the set. Here we are. Got that open. There are the bags, instruction manual and sticker sheet there for you. And then it looks like in total we have bag 5, bag 7, bag 4, bag 1, that's bag 6. Looking at bag 2, 3, and 1 again, so bag 1. And the way I like to do it is I usually go backwards in the box, so bag 7. When I'm building, I go backwards in order, so I can just grab the bags right out of the box as I need them. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and then bag 1 back inside the box there. And we got the sticker sheet, and I'll go ahead and get building, and I'll be right back. One moment. Before I get into the review, I just want to say I'd really appreciate it if you'd like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help out the channel. Let's go ahead and get into the review, though. Alright, let's start with bag 1. Bag 2, here we go. Alright, time for bag 3. Alright, just finished with bag 3. Bag 4, here we go. It's a little lopsided, I just finished bag 4. Let's go ahead and move on to bag 5. Here we go. There we go. Bag 5 is done, both wings. Now it's time for bag 6. Alright, there we are. I just finished bag 6. Time for bag 7. Here we go. There we go. Got the entire set done. Time to get into the review. Alright, getting into the review here, there are a few things I wanted to talk about with the set. So these are going to be all the figures built now, as well as the 2 speeders and the ship. And what I have to say here is, well, we're going to go ahead and get into the speeders, and then I'll let you know. So this is going to be the first speeder here that is included. It is a nice little green one. I love seeing these rounded pieces here. I like the build for, like, I imagine these as blasters would be my guess. I'm honestly not sure. They do just click off if you wanted to take them off of there or use them for whatever you're wanting to use them for. Nice little speeder here. This is the one that they have you build for Hunter. I like the green colors here. It's really nice. And then there are 2 stickers here, so let me get you a good shot of those. There's one of them. And here is the next one for you there. Really nice getting those stickers in this set. And then I'll go ahead and move on to the other speeder. Actually, not nice getting stickers. I don't like stickers at all, but that's just how I feel about it. There we go. Then here's 2 more stickers on this little speeder, and I'll show you the nose as well. 2 little stud shooters here, as you've seen. I'm sure, you know, you just click down, and then they fire. That one just fell on the floor there, or shot off to who knows where. There we go. I got it back, and then, yeah, pretty basic speeders. Honestly, they're very similar to the ones in this one is very similar to the one in the 501st Battle Pack, or 501st Clone Legion set. But I do have to say 2 things about these speeders. This is about 200 parts of the set. These 2 little speeders. Yeah, very, very disappointing. These parts definitely should have been used on the ship. I don't know why they included these, or even then just not included them at all and just lowered the price of the ship. I don't see these really being that wanted or sought after at all. They're honestly just generic LEGO Star Wars speeders that they've made time and time again, and you can get these in a bunch of different colors. They're pretty generic at this point, and like I said, if you got the 501st Clone Legion set, I'm sure you have one of these, and if you have more than one of those sets, I'm sure you have a ton of these little speeders. It's not the exact same build, but it's very, very close. And then the little green one, like I said, it's nice and all, but it's just another speeder that could have been used towards the set. They could have included Omega in the set instead of these two speeders. A lot more people would have appreciated that than these little builds. I mean, they're nice and all, but I don't know. I think they look good, but just not something I would have included, but I wasn't the designer. I'm not LEGO, so I can't really make any calls on that, but that's how I feel about it. I wish they weren't included and were either parts for the ship to make the ship significantly better, or the parts or price that they were used at, basically, but they increased the set price too. I think that should have been another figure in its place, even more when we get into the figures here. The Gonk Droid I'll show you now, it's not really a figure, it's more of just some bricks, and with that it's not even too interesting. It's just a generic Gonk Droid. Again, I wish these parts would have been used towards the set, or if this minifigure, quote-unquote minifigure inclusion should have been honestly either Omega and no speeders, but I don't know. I didn't design the set. I don't work for LEGO, so I can't make those calls, but I really wish those parts would have been used towards something different. Overall, the builds are nice though. Getting the Gonk Droid is nice. I love Gonk Droid, so don't get me wrong there. It's not at all what I'm saying. Get that focus though. I don't know why he's not. It does not like this Gonk Droid. Okay, there we go. Alright. Yeah, my phone does not like this little Gonk Droid, apparently, but it's pretty basic, so we'll go ahead and move on to the ship though. So let me go ahead and move these figures out of the way real quickly, and I'll move on to them in a moment. But getting into the shuttle itself, honestly, I do like the build of the shuttle. I do wish a few more parts were included here, but the shuttle is really nice. It does have two of those spring-loaded shooters hidden here on the bottom, so you can just load that up with one of the missiles, and then those will be able to fire. I have the missiles right over here, and I'll show you how those work. So you just take it, you just, let's see here. I'm missing. Sorry. I'm not looking at anything that I should be for this. There we go. Alright, and you can just get that loaded in there, and you just set it, press down the bottom there, and it fires off. Pretty cool. I like getting those shooters. I think they're really nice. Better than the old style ones with the big rubber bullets. I don't really like those ones, but this one, this ship is nice. You can definitely lower the wings if you were wanting to. It's kind of hard to show you on this shot, but you can lower the wings down, give it a nice flying motion, as well as, you know, raise the wings. As I was playing with them there, you could see that and have it in a nice landed fashion, and then you can have it adjusted to about here is going to be the max. You can adjust it up towards, and then down you can go pretty far inward. I don't know why you would ever do this. This is like realistically the best you can get that inward, but there's no real reason to do that at all. Let's go ahead and move on to the interior of the ship. I don't think there's going to be too much interesting, but sorry. With the exterior, there's a few more things I want to talk about before we get to the interior. I apologize. So I do love the printed piece here. I love that that's printed and not stickers. If I had to apply those stickers, I'm sure it wouldn't have turned out right. I always have a hard time with the cockpit stickers. It just is what it is. But I do have good methods for applying stickers. It's just sometimes these ones are really tough. So I'm just very grateful it's a print and not a sticker. So there's a good shot of that and both sides as well for you. Then you can just open this part up. It actually doesn't open up more than this because of the wing, the fin being where it is holding it down. So they did adjust for that, where you can now actually lift up the entire thing, and then you can see the interior here. So with the interior, let me lower this wing so I can get you some better shots here. And here it is, the interior of the ship. There's two little seats here for the Bad Batch, so you can get two of them there, and then a little control panel. And then you also have, let me show you these stickers here real quickly. Two little stickers there. Honestly, I'm not too sure what those stickers are. That looks like a Wolf Trooper, and the other one was like a Venator and something else on there. I'm not sure exactly. Looks like a like the Invisible Hand or something similar to that. I'm honestly not sure what ship model that is off the top of my head, sadly. But you do get two stickers in there. I'm not exactly sure why or what those are for, but they are there. And you also have this little box here, which is actually one of my favorite features in the set. You can just go ahead and open that up. And you have this little box that you can get access to. It just pops right out, and you just go ahead and put whatever you need to. Very good to hold the studs in the set if you're wanting to do it that way. Just a good place to put the extra parts. And then this closes down, and let me see if I can get a good shot here. It sits nice and flush there, very hidden. I honestly love the crate that's in here. It's really cool. I think that's great for them being, you know, at this point they're basically mercenaries in the show, so just really cool. And then this just closes and opens, very, very basic. And then on the back here, you do have 4 of these little stickers on the fin pieces here. Very simple as well. And then 2 boosters on the back of the ship. Nice little red booster there. And then I do have to say, I am not a fan of the fact that they put those red parts there. You can definitely see them. See that there. Not a fan of that. I don't know why LEGO likes to do different colored parts for interiors that are going to be shown. It's kind of disappointing. And like these here for the jumpers, those didn't have to be yellow. Those could have been dark gray, light gray. They have tons of colors. LEGO didn't have to include those in yellow. But sometimes it's nice getting different colored parts in sets, and I know LEGO has their own process, so I'm not too sure about that, but I wish stuff like that would be removed from sets. It's not that big of a deal to change the parts that are in the sets like that. This does just latch down there, and like I said, the wings are pretty basic. I do have to say a little bit about the color scheme. It's just wrong. The set's sand blue. They made the ship sand blue. It should be dark gray, light gray. So I'd imagine this being more of a dark gray where the sand blue is, and a light gray where actually the dark gray is, for them to do it more accurately. This honestly looks kind of more similar to like the style of the 1990 TIE Fighter or the 2000 TIE Fighter, where they were the blue and black color scheme, and they looked so awful that no comparison. But like, this is very similar in that color scheme to those, and I wish LEGO would have just went off of, you know, the source material. And I know sets are in development for 2 years or however long before they hit shelves, and they must have been working on this one for a while before releasing it, obviously, but they did have materials that they could have based this on. It didn't have to be this color. They knew what they were getting into when they released it. They knew it was going to be the wrong color when they released it. There's no doubt about that. But I do have to say, I do really love the build here. It's a fantastic set. But let's go ahead and move on to the figures, and then we'll go from there. One moment. Alright, starting off with Hunter here. A very nice figure indeed. They did reintroduce him or reuse him in another set as well, being the Justifier with Cad Bane. I wish they would have included, you know, Crosshair maybe in a different outfit as well in that set, with it being so expensive, but that's not the set we're talking about today. So Hunter, just very nice. I love the fact that they have toe printing, leg printing, hip printing, torso printing, and then the torso and hip printing do combine together there, so that's nice to see. He does have some nice back printing as well. There's the backpack for him with some blue and a red. You know, those look like buttons to me. And then we can go ahead and get a good look at the helmet here. So my helmet is a little messed up actually. I don't know if you can tell that, but there is some parts on it where the print just isn't done correctly. Luckily, I did buy the Justifier, so I do have another one of Hunter, but I'm going to be ordering another helmet off Bricks and Pieces. It's a lot worse in person, if you see it here, but I'll get a replacement one for sure. And then on the top, the helmet does just go into the skull pattern, the way he has that into the top there. Really nice. And then let me go ahead and remove the helmet for you. There is the face for Hunter, and it's really nice seeing that skull on there. He does have the bandana, and then he does also include this hairpiece. Only issue with the hairpiece is it does cover the skull and the bandana, which kind of defeats the purpose of having it there, but it was definitely necessary to have that on there in the first place. Dark gray, or like a dark gray kind of print there to make up the skull, which is nice. Other than that, Hunter's pretty basic. He does have those 2 knives, and then he was molded in that gunmetal color, so he does look really nice and shiny as well. And then he does have a back face printing with an angry face there instead of the other expression. So really cool being able to get those. And now let's go ahead and move on to the next figure. One moment. I'm gonna look at Wrecker here. He does have that same exact leg print, it looks like to me. I don't see a difference at all between his leg print and Hunter's leg print, as well as let me see here. Tech is different too though, but you know, Wrecker and Hunter ended up using the same legs. The torso print is going to be different. It's going to actually match up with the chest here. I'll take that off though and I'll show you. There is some nice arm printing there for him for the Bad Batch 99, as well as the skull there, and then on the back he does include back printing, and then the skull on the other side as well with his skull helmet with the 99 on it. Really nice to see the figure here, and I love the use of the Iron Man helmet that they aren't using anymore, but it's nice. There is the face as well for Wrecker there. He is missing his eye, which is great, and then he does not have another expression because when you take the helmet off he doesn't have any hair, so he wouldn't be given another expression. But after Hunter, let me go ahead and after Wrecker here, we're gonna go ahead and move on to another figure, but here is the torso print for Wrecker as well. I just wanted to show you same back print as well. It is actually the exact same chest print as Hunter, now that I realize that as well. So that is a little disappointing, but we'll go ahead and move on to the next figure here. We're going to be looking at Crosshair. I do love the black color scheme. I do wish in this set, though, he was included in his original outfit, because now I am worried we will never get a version of Crosshair in his original Bad Batch outfit. I just don't ever see that happening at this point. I don't see LEGO going back and making another set, at least for a while, for Bad Batch, and by that I mean I don't see them going back and making a different version from Clone Wars when in Bad Batch he wears a different outfit, even more when going into Season 2. I don't see any of these figures being remade. He does have a nice green visor there, and then on the bottom of the mask it looks like there's some green print as well on top of the silver. We'll go ahead and remove his head here, and I do like the face print here. It's honestly really great. As a Marvel fan and Marvel collector, I like this face print honestly for a custom Bullseye minifigure, since they've never made him being a Daredevil villain. It's really nice, the face print, honestly. Let's go ahead and just spin him around one more time, and then we'll go ahead and move on to my favorite figure of the set, Tech. One moment. Alright, taking a look at Tech here, he does have leg printing as well as hip printing that moves into the torso. Really nice, honestly. The print on this figure is astounding, and then toe printing as well. Let me just go ahead and give you a nice 360 view. He does include this backpack made out of, it looks like 4 parts here. Very generic, and then it does have the exact same like blue and red buttons on the back there. Really cool to see that. And then he does have his special molded helmet. It is dual molded as well as printed. It is very nice. We'll go ahead and just spin him around one more time just to get a real good look at that helmet. I love the helmet so much. It makes this figure really stand out. If it didn't have that dual molded helmet, there is no way this figure would be good. Like, it would still be pretty decent, but I don't think they could do him any justice without that. He does also include a hairpiece. I'll show you after I show you the 2 facial expressions. There is one face with a raised eyebrow there, and then the one with the goggles, and then I'll go ahead and grab his hair and I'll throw that on there for you. So he does have a nice little brown hairpiece. It's the Widow's Peak hair there, and then scrolling around, just very nice. He does have back print as well, so let me go ahead and pop off the head here, and I'll go ahead and show you the back print for this figure. There we go. Pretty basic for a clone back. It looks like a clone trooper's back there. But there's the rest of the chest print. Really nice red line down the center as well. I love the browns and tans, and he is a good looking figure overall. But last, we do have to go ahead and look at Echo here, so let me go ahead and get him. One moment. Alright, looking at Echo, he is my least favorite figure of the set, and I'll tell you why exactly here. So Echo, I felt like they went really lazy on in comparison to some of the other figures. So starting off, we'll just go ahead and do a full circle of the figure so you can see those details, and I'll get into my gripes here. So I have to complain, in a $100 Lego set, I should not be getting printed pauldron cloths. It's a $100 Lego set. Those should be cloth pieces. They should not be printed. I just don't know why that they are printed when they had been doing pauldrons for years previously. It's clearly to save money, but I don't think they need to be saving money in a $100 Lego set like this. When someone's paying a premium price for a premium product, they should be getting the best they can get, you know? And then I do have to complain about his arm as well. I love that the print is there, it's really nice, but the fact that they gave him a minifigure hand instead of something different is just really disappointing, because he does not have a hand. He has like a screwdriver hand, so that's just really sad. The chest print is really nice though, with the skull there. It's a little bit hard to see. There you go, I got it to reflect there nicely for a second. And then he does have some belt print, he does have a belt there with a few little containers to show you there, and then on the back it is just another backpack, a few red dots. I imagine those are some buttons on there, and then his helmet print is fairly nice as well. It does look fairly accurate. Let me go ahead and back him up here and get this refocused though, and I'll go ahead and show you. There's a little red dot there for that, and then some lines on the top of the helmet printing as well. Let me go ahead and remove the helmet. The face print is very nice. Actually, it is a good face print for him. It looks like Echo, so it's nice to get the dots on the head, and then on the back it does have the mod there to give him access to, you know, all his tech abilities that he ends up getting. But really cool figure. I wish they would have went a little bit harder for the figure by making him just slightly better, because it again is a $100 Lego set. I'd have traded out the speeders for better figures and one more figure other than a Gonk droid personally. But, you know, it is what it is. Lego does the things that they do, and the set in the end is a decent set. So let me go ahead and wrap this all up, and we'll go from there. Alright, here's the set as a whole one last time while I get this wrapped up. Overall, I have to say the set's probably a good 8 out of 10. It's worth buying for the figures alone. It's another one of those 4 exclusive minifigures, and a $100 Star Wars set is always a good deal. And the fact that these figures are all going to be in different outfits for the next season of Bad Batch, which is actually going to be releasing tomorrow, it's really exciting, but it's also a little scary, because at this point you can kind of figure that Lego won't be remaking these figures any better. These are going to be the ones that you get for these, because they won't be in these outfits. They're going to be in yellow and kind of a gray color scheme. If you've seen the trailers, or when the episode airs, you'll be able to see that as well. But I do have to say, overall, it is a good set. I'd call it a good 8 out of 10. I do think, again, the speeders are just a little bit overkill, and it should have been used to make the other part of the set. You know, it's the Bad Batch Attack Shuttle. It should have been more focused on that. But overall, this set is a really great buy. If you can pick this one up, I definitely would recommend it at the $100 price point, and even more before it retires, because this is one of those sets that's just going to spike immediately once it's gone. Fantastic set. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic day, and goodbye.